Hi guys, I'm Leanne and I'm on a weight loss journey. I am doing Slimming World, but my content is just for anybody who's on a weight loss journey. I'm making this video today because I've had quite a few new subscribers and I've been at this quite a while, and I figured that it'd be good to maybe share a little bit of a snippet of the start of my, I'm going to call it an adventure, a journey. It's been a massive thing of growth and development for me, and I've really enjoyed doing my channel. However, it's come quite apparent that some people maybe haven't been here from the start and maybe haven't seen me right from the beginning. Those videos are still on there, so if you want to check them out, you can just scroll down and cherry pick off any of the videos that you want to look back on if you want to have a little bit more insight into how I started and how it all began, really. I first of all want to say a huge thank you to anybody that has subscribed to my channel and has joined me recently, and a huge thank you to those that have followed me all the way along, which this will be quite old news for you, really. When I started putting this video together, I was going to do like a really, I'm going to say complex, but a massive insight into like how I started and how it's all gone. But then when I've been editing and putting like old videos and photos together, I just thought sometimes simplicity is key, and maybe at a later date I might talk a little bit more about my journey in like a bit more a reflective way. But I just figured this might just help people see where I've started and where I am now. I am not finished yet. I've got still such a long way to go, not just like on the scales, but I do see like this as a massive like change for me. If you followed me along, you'll know I do work a lot on myself, my triggers, my behaviours, how things affect me all round. I've overcome so many barriers that I never ever dreamt that I would do. And that's a lot down to people following me along, commenting, subscribing, watching, and making this journey not such a thing that's like all alone. So I will stop rambling. I joined Slimming World like just over 2 years ago, and I had a little break for 9 months where I did regain a little bit of weight. But overall, just to give you a little bit of like a snippet, I started this journey at 25 stone, 1.5 pounds, and now I've just hit into the 14s, which takes my weight loss to just over 10 stone. And following this, I'm putting this video in, and then there's just a few clips of me before and then some comparison photos and videos, just so you can see the changes. Let me know what you think of the videos and the comparisons. I'm not gonna lie, because my head is still, bits of it still where I was, I find it just really weird, and that's why I've decided I'm not gonna like do any voiceovers or any commentary or any more explanation. I'm just gonna let the photos, let you make that judgment, and just so you can just have a see of like what changes, I suppose, just yourself, without anything over the top of it and any drama. I think there's enough for a change for you just to see yourself. So enjoy. So what do you think? I found them really quite emotional. They were quite difficult to put together. I think for me, it was more because while I was editing and putting them snapshots together, I was probably refeeling all the other stuff around them that maybe doesn't show, like all the sadness, all the struggles, how difficult it was. But what I will say is, looking back at the person of me way back then, I am actually quite proud of me because I think, I know that sounds really daft, but I was really strong-minded. I was carrying a lot of crap, not just weight, but like emotional crap, a lot of barriers in place, and I was quite stubborn and made myself do stuff that maybe and some other people at that weight wouldn't. Yeah, I'd like to go back, I think, and give myself a huge hug and be like, you're all right, you're okay, it'll all come good in the end. And I think it just made me that emotional that I couldn't really put the words over the top of it and like put anything over it, if I'm going to be honest. And that's why I chose to put just a video montage, or however you say it, montage, why can't I say that word, just for you guys to see. If there's any new subscribers there, and you see this, then at least now you've got like a little snippet of where I've come from. And like I said, they are the old videos there if you ever do fancy popping back and giving them a watch. I think my first video I ever uploaded is the most significant for me because I can see the sadness and how scared I was at starting, and I think it's really sad when I watch it back how lonely I was. And doing YouTube for me has made this journey not so lonely, and it keeps me going and on track, and it's somewhere for me to vent and be really honest and not have to put on a brave front all the time. So thank you for that. And if you guys have been with me for a while and supported me through the ups and downs, and let's face it, there's been quite a few. I'm going to leave it there. Think thin, and I hope you've enjoyed this little upload.